Hi everybody, Jamie here again. This is my last video for this lace bracelet. This will actually end, this will finish off your lace bracelet completely. I actually received my clasp in the mail today. As you can see, it is a tube clasp. So, very important to know, your tube clasp, make sure that whichever end that you are putting your tube clasp on, you want to do the exact opposite on the other end, because it will never go together if you do. So I have two threads, one for this side, one for the other side. So we will start with my right side. Lots of thread. I don't think I need all of this thread, so I'm going to cut it down a little bit. And all I'm doing is just making sure that I have enough thread to affix my tube clasp to the end of my my bracelet, all this lace work that we just did and finished in the last video, and I can still have enough thread to wrap through to reinforce what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to put my thread on a needle, same needle I've been using this whole entire time. So just so you know what I'm doing off screen, or off camera I should say. Okay, so the instructions say that you need to end from this, from one of these two 11s. So either your thread is going to be coming up through this side, or it's going to be coming up through this side. But that's where your working thread should be ending to continue on to do this part of the project. So you're going to pick up an 11. You're going to go through this first hole in your clasp. Try not to stab yourself like I just did. And then you're going to go back through the 11. So my thread is coming through here. I've gone through an 11. I've gone through this first hole. And now I'm going to go back through this 11 to snug up that clasp. Okay, that'll kind of give you an idea of what's going on. Now we are going to go back down through these 11s, this side. Now this is where it kind of it seems very straightforward, but in all actuality it's kind of not. It's kind of a little bit confusing if you look at the pictures. You're going to go through this working 7, and then of course, you know, some of you be like, no, this is really easy, Jamie, I did it on my own, which awesome if you did. I still want to see pictures because I'm working on another design and I'm excited to see what's going on. So I've gone down through, so I've gone up these 11 to have my thread come out, my working thread come out. I've gone through this 11, around this first hole in the clasp, sorry, back through this 11, back down through these 4, and then I'm coming up again through these 3 so that I end at this 11 next to this pearl. So you should have by the end of this, what you're going to have is an 11 coming out of here. You're going to loop through here, and then you're going to work your way around to come up this 11, and you should have this entire clasp should be adhering to these 4 11s. Okay, so we're going to grab another 11 seed bead, go through the next hole of the clasp, trying not to poke yourself, which I succeeded, yay. Go back through that 11 again, and then down these 3, and then back down these 3 that you just came up. Okay. Hopefully that made sense to you. If it didn't, go ahead and rewatch the video. Okay, so just to recap, our working thread ended at this point. We added one more seed bead, went around this loop of the clasp, back down this seed bead that we added, and then came down through and then up again to this, added an 11 seed bead, went through this loop, went back through this 11th seed bead, and now we are going through, I'm sorry, you didn't have to go through these three according to the instructions, which doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. It's her instructions. So instead of going through those 3 seed beads, you're actually going to go through these beads here, these 3 beads here, which make absolutely no sense, but okay. I recommend you reinforce when you're done with this because it just doesn't, it honestly doesn't make sense to me, but okay. Her design, not mine. So you go through these 3 middle seed beads, add an 11 seed bead, go through this 3rd loop in the clasp, go back through that 11 seed bead that you just added, and now go through these 3 seed beads to reinforce. This 7 seed bead to go up to the next seed bead, the next 3 on the other side of the purl loop. And then up here. Okay. Add your last 11, go through this last hole, and then we're going to go back through that 11, and then we're going to go down these 3 again. Or I'm going to go down 4 for some reason. But yeah, I'm going to go these 3. So back through that 11 and then down these 3. Okay. Don't worry, I'm going to do the other side as well, so this whole entire video is going to be, it's going to be done by the time we're done with this video. Okay, so I'm going to take some time and reinforce because I don't feel comfortable with how this is being left off. So I'm going to go around, I'm going around this circle to reinforce. Let's see if I can do this while it's on. Okay, of course it doesn't like me. It's okay. Okay, so now that I'm pretty much around the circle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it off. And how I tie off, it's pretty simple. I go through and then I just make a knot where I am tying off at, make sure that it stays on that side of the bead, and then I continue through so that I can cut this off at an appropriate area. Sorry about that. I'm going to go up here, over this way. I like reinforcing because I know that this is going to be worn. So because this is only being held on by 4 pieces of thread, I'm actually going to tie this off one more time and then cut my excess tail. Okay, go through a couple of seed beads and then cut this off. Sorry. Okay, make sure that's hidden and we're good to go there. So the end of your clasp should look like that. So this side is going to be like the top is going to be going up, and now we're going to hit the other side. Okay, same premise. I'm going to thread my needle. Okay. So generally, whatever side you did last time you're going to be starting on, it's going to be the opposite side on this side. So we're starting on this purl loop. We're going to add our 11, go through the first loop on our clasp, okay? And remember how I said, whichever way the opposite side was going, so this side's going to be going down. So just make sure that your clasp is going the right way. Go back through your 11 bead that you just added, and then through these first 3 seed beads on your purl loop that your thread is coming out of. Go through that working 7 bead at the end of it. Oops, sorry about that. And then up through these next 3 seed beads of this purl loop. Okay, we're going to grab another seed bead and go through the second hole in your clasp. Go back through that 11 seed bead that you added. And then we're going to go through these top 3 beads here. Add an 11 seed bead. Of course, I brought them over with me. Go through your third loop of your clasp, back through that 11 seed bead that you just added, okay. Now you're working these 2 purl loops right now, so you're going to go down this first 3 in this purl loop and through that working 7, so it's going to be 4 beads. Should be able just to go straight through, but you don't want to go through more than 4 because you have to go up the other side. So 4 beads, let's see if I can do it. If not, I'll go through 3. Okay, through that working 7, which is my 4th bead. And now we're working up through these last 3 on this second purl loop, grabbing our last 11, going through this last hole on your clasp, go back through that 11 that you just added, okay, and now we're going to go back through these 3 seed beads at the end of this purl loop, and then we're going to reinforce, tie off and reinforce, and then end our thread somewhere in the middle like we did last time. Okay, I'm excited to put this on because this has been quite an adventure with us. I hope that my videos have been helpful in this project. Like I said, this is my first time doing a tutorial video, and I had a lot of fun. I'm not sure if everyone had as much fun following me as I had as much fun making these videos. So all I'm doing now is going through that circle and that to reinforce it a bit, and then I'm going to tie it off like I did last on the other side, and then tie it off again to ensure stability of when I wear this. It's just a lovely piece, and when I'm done, I'll show you what I've been working on with the actual size beads that this called for, and it's just so lovely. Okay, so now I'm going to go through, tie off, try to make sure you guys can see this, and then I'm going to go through more beads to hide my tail. It's all about masking our work and making sure that everything flows. You want continuity, and you want subtlety with beadwork. The less people can see your strings and your, and the actual work that's put in it, it actually sells better because they think it shows a little bit more of your expertise. And then we're going to go through this one. And then I'm going to cut it off. Okay. So now you have, sorry, that's my other project. Now you have a completed bracelet. It works and everything. And here's what it looks like on. So pretty. So absolutely lovely. Okay, so now we've completed this. I want to show you what I'm working on now. This is just absolutely gorgeous. So Victorian. Those colors are just absolutely beautiful. So when this is done, I'll have a silver clasp, which is coming, and then I'll post a picture of this on the YouTube channel. But please post pictures of your work and what you've been doing. I've been going through some other patterns, and I'm going to be doing a couple more things. So if you want to subscribe to my channel, please do. It's just a fun, I'm just going through fun, and I'll even make sure that the patterns are in PDF format so that you can follow along. But this is the end of the lace bracelet, and I can't wait to see what you guys have done, and thank you so much for watching. And I highly welcome any criticism and critiques on my videos if you think that it can improve them. But yeah, I will see you next time I'm in class, and I hope you all have a wonderful Memorial Day. Thank you so much for watching.